started. Okay, thank you for having me, and I'm happy to be here. Today, I'd like to talk about Cloudcraft. This is the tool for creating the architecture diagram automatically. Anybody already know the Cloudcraft or already use? Nobody?
No, maybe you want to introduce what is Datadog first.
All right. Yes. Okay. Okay. First of all, I would like to introduce myself a little bit. I am Taiji Hagino. Please call me Taiji. I'm developer advocate at Datadog. So, if you are interested in me more, please scan the QR code that you can see my job or works or something details. And also, actually, I am one of Microsoft MVP. The category is cloud native. Okay. Thank you for scanning. By the way, my first category of the Microsoft MVP Live, first is the developer tools category. But after that, I expired the Microsoft MVP because I changed my job to IBM. So I worked and I was involved in IBM Cloud. So this is a competitor of Azure. That's why the MVP administrator expired my MVP license. But then I came back to MVP from last year, hopefully. Okay, let's get started my session. And today's my deck. You can get my deck from the speaker deck. I already uploaded. If you want to get my slide deck, please scan the QR code to access the speaker deck.
So which basically means this is the only slide you need to take a picture for today.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any slide.
Cool. Okay. First of all, I need to describe what is Datadog, right? Most importantly, we give you this end-to-end observability on a single unified platform powered by shared services and AI and machine learning. From infra monitoring to APM to real user monitoring, log management, security, all the way to developer experiences like DevOps monitoring or something like that. Datadog has over 800, currently 800 integrations, including Microsoft Azure. But today, I want to focus on Cloudcraft. Cloudcraft is, I lost Cloudcraft icon. Actually, the Cloudcraft is placed here, but maybe I got mistakes to delete the Cloudcraft icon.
No worries, we see Cloudcraft.
No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Right. Anyway, yes, let's proceed. Architecture diagram for cloud. Typically, there are several difficulties and challenges in creating a cloud environment diagram. The reason, the first one, a cloud environment is composed of so many interlinked elements. It is virtual networks, servers, databases, storage, security settings, auto scaling, and so on. It is difficult to organize and diagram this as a whole, especially in the large scale environment, right? And the second one, dynamic composition. Because cloud environments can add remove resources on demand, right? The configuration of the environment often changes frequently. In order to keep the configuration diagram up to date, periodic updates are required, which can be a hassle. And also, in the cloud environment, multiple services and resources operate interdependencies, right? So for example, it is difficult to accurately identify and graphically represent the inter relationships among network configurations, load balancers, databases, and server services, and something like that, right? Especially in complex microservice architectures, it is challenging to clarify the dependencies between each service. And also, in a cloud environment, it is important to segment network and configure security settings such as the firewalls, access control, and the security groups. Right? Accurately reflecting these complex security layers in the configuration diagram requires a careful work to avoid oversight and misunderstandings. The configuration diagram of the cloud environment should be in a form that is easily understood, not only by engineers, but also by management layer or the business layer persons. Diagrams that are too technically detailed are often difficult for non-technical users to understand. So diagrams must be adjusted according to their level of detail. And for future scalability, because cloud environments can be designed to be scalable, they often assume that resources will increase in the future. Creating a configuration diagram with such scalability in mind can be a headache in terms of how the diagram reflects not only the current situation, but also future changes and expansions. To overcome these challenges, it is important to select appropriate tools and system to update the configuration diagram while continuously monitoring the environment. It's also necessary to devise a system that facilitates the sharing of information between technical and non-technical staff. Today's story is about how to solve this problem with Cloudcraft. Okay. So, what is Cloudcraft? When we look at Cloudcraft specifically, it addresses three key pain points. These 3 points, right? The first one, engineers want to focus on writing code instead of building diagrams for 3-4 hours plus. Creating beautiful diagrams requires strong design skills, which also takes time to develop. Beyond the time it takes to build manual diagrams, they also lead to error. Second one, the poor DevOps teams and also SRE team. Troubleshooting and cloud cost reporting is difficult when using manual diagrams because this is time, right? So last one, without the latest and greatest being available to teams, cross-team collaboration is often hard. Engineers and cloud architects are not able to easily share their architecting ideas, collaborate, or keep their leadership in the loop. So Cloudcraft addresses these problems by providing real-time diagramming, cost forecasting, and granular data filtering and collaboration capabilities. Cloudcraft allows customers to automatically generate real-time diagrams of their entire cloud architecture and uncover issues Secondly, the Cloudcraft allows customers to refactor their architecture and view the resulting cost estimates. Third, Cloudcraft allows customers to view your entire multi-cloud environment. They are filtered by resource types or tags for granular visibility. Lastly, Cloudcraft allows customers to easily export or share their architecture with stakeholders. Okay. It will be easy to visualize architecture with Cloudcraft. But anybody already realized this is AWS architecture, right? Actually, until last year, the Cloudcraft supports only AWS. But last year, the Pro supporting Pro Azure will become the GA. So now that we can use the Cloudcraft for Azure, right? Cloudcraft provides three key features in the console: design, live, and budget. Right? The first feature is design. Here you can search for cloud resources such as application gateway, virtual machine, the function app, or blob storage or something on Azure, right? Then you can drag and drop them into your diagram. You can see customize the metadata about the resources, including the budget, clone resources, and other connections in a very easy to use interface. Next, customers have the live features, where they can create automated real-time diagrams to save time. Customers first create a read-only Cloudcraft role to their cloud accounts. After that, I will show the demo to create the role and the account on the Azure after that presentation deck, right? And once you've synced your Azure environment to connect with the account authentication, then you can select the region that you would like to scan. The filter out resource types and render the architecture in second. Customers can see their cloud environment, resources, networking layers, and the connections between all of the resources. You can always add more regions to the diagram for multi-region use cases. Last but not least is the budget features. This is where you can get cross estimations of the diagram you've created. The budget shows you the resources you've selected or filtered. You can adjust the budget projection to an hourly, daily, weekly, or yearly interval. This is very important to note that the metrics taken from the Azure Cost Management API. That's why the Cloudcraft does not integrate with the customer's actual account usage. This is just API result, right? For real-time spend data, customers can use Datadog's Cloud Cost Management product. This is one of the features of the Datadog platform. Lastly, you can also run what-if analysis. For example, if you select all of the VM instances in the diagram and you update the sizing, you can see that the cost projection dynamically adjusts. Right. This is just an example, the Azure components Cloudcraft covered, right? This type of the components already prepared to create the infrastructure diagrams and the application diagrams, right? Okay. The Cloudcraft and the cloud cost management come together to create a complete toolkit for cost management. If we start in the bottom left of this diagram, a development team can start with planning their architecture and forecasting cost. At this point, Cloudcraft is a great solution. It allows you to refactor your architecture and build the resulting cost estimates in seconds. And once you're ready to dive deep on spend and run investigations, cloud cost management becomes the key tool. Deep cost investigation can look at spend by product or team and with other metrics such as APM and infrastructure telemetry data or something. That's where cloud cost management becomes the key product. Then, when teams are ready to create reports on spend and cost projections, both Cloudcraft and cloud cost management are useful for this step. Finally, when customers are ready to take action and optimize spend by looking at the reports created, they can refer to both products. Actions include deleting or right sizing VM instance based on the usage report. So this is a full cycle of how to do products that can be used side by side. So application development process. Okay.
Question.
Yes.
On that previous screen. So you mentioned it's supporting AWS and Azure.
Yep.
And GCP?
No.
Not yet?
Not
On-premise?
I don't know that the situation, the status is, but just heard that now trying to support the GCP, but we have no beta version. We have no any information details.
All right, and I see the Cloudcraft icon and also cloud cost management. Are they two different solutions?
Different solution. Yeah, Cloudcraft is just Cloudcraft. The cloud cost management is a part of the features of the Datadog platform.
So Datadog has the cloud cost management and Cloudcraft. And
Yes.
Cloudcraft is the one to create the diagram, and the cloud cost management is the one to get in all the cost and the provision to a Cloudcraft.
Yeah, good question. The Datadog has the unified platform for observability. This is the main product. The cloud cost management feature is a part of the Datadog platform. That's why we can use the cloud cost management features on the Datadog main platform. This is really actual results from the integrated with account authentication to Azure or AWS, or also the covering any cloud, the OCI to and the GCP to or something. But Cloudcraft is actually until last year this was a third-party product of Datadog. Yeah, that's why not a part of the Datadog main platform. That's a completely separate.
Okay, because my understanding for Datadog is you guys supporting three cloud, right? GCP as well, not a Cloudcraft, but from a Datadog point of view, you're supporting
not only three.
everything, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Alibaba or anything, right?
Yes, OCI.
If we talk about Cloudcraft, you still only support two.
Two.
But Datadog entire solution support more, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Right. Thank you. And I will describe about the how to use Cloudcraft. This is demo. So first, I want to play the demo video. I realized. I don't connect the internet. So
I have a
yeah, couldn't play the demo video. Maybe can I use right? Can I use the Wi-Fi?
Yeah, just for the correct. Guest.
Yes. Okay.
Wi-Fi. Move up.
Okay.
And then type Tokyo Azure Meetup.
Lower cases.
T for Meetup. Yeah. Tokyo. Tokyo Azure.
Right.
24/11.
Got it. Okay. Thank you. Let's go.
Today, we'll show you how Cloudcraft helps architects and engineers inventory and visualize their real-time cloud architecture and assess cost with professional diagrams. Cloudcraft has 3 main sections: design, live, and budget. The design section is the manual diagramming side of Cloudcraft. Here, we can design an environment using AWS resources, Azure resources, or both. This is helpful for project proposals, planning out new environments, or cloud migrations. For example, if we wanted to design a new small serverless application in AWS, we can start by placing down an API gateway. I'll then place down a Lambda, clone it a couple of times, draw the relationships with arrows, and to add networking to put the Lambdas inside a VPC and security root. And just like that, we've created a new diagram for our app idea. Unlike static diagrams, Cloudcraft lets us experiment and see updates in key data points such as cost, so we get estimates of what we plan to build before we deploy it. Now, instead of trying to verbally explain an architecture, we can provide a diagram for easier communication and collaboration amongst teams to use as part of our approval process or add into pre- and post-deployment pipelines. But drawing existing infrastructure manually is difficult, and keeping them up to date is even more challenging. If we need fast visibility, we can move into the live section, which automatically diagrams our infrastructure. To get started, once we add our AWS or Azure credentials, we can automatically generate accurate, real-time diagrams of single or multi-region environments. This is helpful for audits, troubleshooting, discovering resources, as well as real-time documentation. For AWS, this works by creating an AWS-managed read-only role. We can then add as many AWS accounts as needed by following these steps. Once we've added our accounts, we'll be able to see them in the dropdown under Live and can choose the account and regions to scan for. We can even scan for multiple regions at once and see them all in one diagram. Once selected, we get a professional and interactive overview of our environment and an inventory list of all the resources and tags in it in seconds, rather than the hours it would take to manually create. To help us get to a focused view even faster, Cloudcraft comes with presets that apply group bys and filters for various use cases such as infrastructure, security, and networks. If we want to further customize the diagram, we can always adjust. For example, I can add another group to organize my resources by network ACL in addition to the options already selected. I can also adjust what's included in the diagram using filters for resources and tags. For example, I can add ABS volumes back into the view by selecting it, or filter down to only the resources tagged with team equals platform. We can filter using tags that are either from the cloud provider or even custom ones. With Cloudcraft, we get both a high-level overview and a granular view of specific resources. If we select an EC2, for instance, we can see the platform, instance type, size, and approximate cost associated with the resource in the top toolbar. In the bottom left corner, we can see additional concise and relevant live data like the ID, state, IP addresses, availability zone, and more, as well as some live metrics taken from CloudWatch. We can also see which services are connected through inbound rules. By clicking into an inbound rule, we can see the port and protocol, which can show potential security exposures. On top of that, we can see multi-region connections, such as this peering connection. For customers who use both Datadog and Cloudcraft, we can also effortlessly navigate from any resource in Cloudcraft to relevant views in Datadog. This allows us to visualize our diagram in Cloudcraft and view the related logs, traces, or dashboards in Datadog for deeper dive analysis. When building diagrams, tracking changes and maintaining an archive of past iterations is important, especially when collaborating with distributed teams. With version history, we can look back in time, name important milestone versions, or revert accidental changes. For example, if I want to save the version that reflects the edits, I would give it a name. Once we have a diagram, there are multiple export options. The shareable link allows users to avoid constant static image exports and instead see a live view through a URL, reflecting any changes made in Cloudcraft. Secondly, there's a Cloudcraft for Confluence app from the Atlassian Marketplace, and we can also export to draw.io or as a static image like a PNG, PDF, or SVG. But what if cost management's our main focus? Let's jump into the Cloudcraft budget view. The budget section uses the AWS Cost API and Azure Prices API to provide real-time insight for cost forecasting, optimization, and reporting. Having immediate access to the approximate cost of each resource allows for swift budget assessments and agile decision-making. Additionally, understanding the instance type and size can guide capacity planning and scalability decisions. We can also forecast our budget. Right now, this is calculating the monthly spend. However, we can switch to hourly, daily, weekly, and yearly. With the budget, we can also do cost analysis and what-if scenarios. For example, if we want to downgrade EC2s from N5 General Large to T3s in a read-only format, we can see the cost dynamically adjust. This allows us to explore cost-saving opportunities in a read-only format and present these optimization options to our team with professional diagrams. Cloudcraft makes it easy to visually understand and communicate your architecture, whether you're building from scratch, tracking changes in your environment, or looking to optimize cloud cost. To try out Cloudcraft, please visit cloudcraft.co and sign up for a 14-day free trial.
Yes, this is just a demo for only the mainly the AWS, but Now I will show my demo with the Azure platform. So before that, this is just describing. This is a price list. We have the free trial account. This is no limited for the durations, but it's a little bit limited features. But also, let me show. Free plan that provide the limited features. This is it means no team. This is a single user, and the manual diagrams, no live scans, and the limited canvas size, and no histories, no Cloudcraft API, no SAM 2.0 SSO. But that you can use pro license for 2 weeks as a trial. It's already easy to start to use Cloudcraft. Okay, so let me change my display for demo. And just right. Okay. This is the Cloudcraft platform, and so that already connected my Azure account. Right. Yeah. Unfortunately, I have really few services on my environment, but they're already connected. So actually, I think the Cloudcraft is a little bit buggy for Azure features. That's why now not showing my environment resources on that. But let me show the budget. This is the already connected my Azure environment. That's why the showing the virtual machine, the function app, and web app or something. This is estimated the cost for Azure my environment. And let me show the how to create the account connecting to Azure environment. This is live view, but this is it doesn't work now. But this is manage account, add Azure account. So it's really easy to connect Azure environment. That's step-by-step descriptions here. Open Azure Active Directory, and the next app registration in the site. App registrations, and we need to create application for Cloudcraft, right? Registration. The name is Cloudcraft, and accounting organization directory only, right? And register Cloudcraft. Already I have the Cloudcraft 01 registered.
Yeah, so this is the account you are using to connect into Azure from Cloudcraft.
Yes. Created, and also the application ID and the tenant ID that we need. Just so for the copy from the application ID and paste here, directory ID, tenant ID, copy and put here, right? And next. The next steps in the certification of the sequence, we need to create. I have no secret now. The new client secret and description, the Cloudcraft. It's okay to select any durations, but now I select the 24 months. Right. Okay. And client secret is needed. So copy the value and paste here, and next. And open my Azure subscription page, and I need to select the just one subscription to use to connect to Cloudcraft. Now I want to select the Visual Studio Enterprise subscription, and also the IAM is needed. So quick access control, and role assignment, and pull down and select the other role assignment. This is the difficult point. We need to select the right role from that list as a reader. For Azure case, it's already separated roles for each feature. That's why if the, for example, if you want to connect the container application,
Yeah, there are thousands of roles
Yeah.
predefined for you, for enterprise customer.
the Kubernetes or any container application. Now I filtered the reader role from the list. And the result is 60. Oh, no? I don't know. I remember that the 64 results. But
We keep adding every day,
yeah.
and Ignite is next week.
But it's okay. Just a reader. This is the view of the resources. It's best solution to select this role. Next. The lead user group or subscription. Let me select members. Now it has no members, right? That's why I need to select the one member and the color with 0.
So Taiji just added a application, which is a service principal. So don't be confused. So you see user group or service principal, right? The service principal is Taiji just added other application.
Yes. And the review on that side. Yes, role assignment is completed. Okay, that's all to go. Okay.
Yeah, I think it may take time to propagate.
And the save account. Now connected to the application that with the specific role, and now okay. So after that, we can select the which one? Yes. Okay, got it. Now just one services. But just like that. This is live live drawing the architecture diagrams, and this is automatically to create the architecture diagram from the real environment to connect your Azure account.
So if you're adding something on the other side, it pop up here automatically, right?
Yeah.
Could you add something very expensive for us?
Yeah, right. So it's a good point.
And if you want to waste your time, just go ahead and create VM with very big GPU. It's easy to spend $1,000 per minute or something like that.
And also, of course, to create diagram manually. This is you guys already understand from the demo video and my presentation. This is the easy to create the diagrams manually from the Azure icons also. Okay, so this is that's all for my demo for the Cloudcraft connecting the Azure platform. So lastly, I want to announce you guys the resources. The Cloudcraft is that you can get the trial account from the cloudcraft.co, and also we have the engineer docs for the Cloudcraft user guide, right? Developer guide. This is docs.datadoghq.com, the Cloudcraft. Okay, lastly, I want to announce our event information. We have the Datadog Live Tokyo 2024 reprise on December 18. If you are interested in some Datadog features, or of course including Cloudcraft, so please come to this event. It's join is for free. So feel free to come to the event. But it is the registration is needed. So please access the event website and register and to come to the event. Hopefully, I want to see you guys again at the event. Okay, thank you. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a few more questions. So for the view that you have like 3D kind of view,
Okay.
which it looks like a PlayStation strategy game or whatever. Do you have any kind of view from the look down view?
Okay. Right, of
Well,
course.
this is fancy for our age, but I think it might be easier to take a look for the not 3D angle.
Of course. Now just one icon, so
Okay.
not a good example, but this
Yeah, because in the slide deck, I see like a 3D toggle. I thought you may have like a 2D toggle.
Right. Display option. We
yeah,
have the 2D and the 3D.
Okay.
Right.
That looks better. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Actually, I avoided to use the AWS version because this is the Microsoft Office, but I have the AWS.
No, we have AWS, no worries. Every customer is AWS, especially in Japan.
Normally, I'm 100% Azure.
Thank you. Good customer. But you think multi-cloud is kind of key, right, these
Okay.
days, anyway.
This is the good example.
Yeah,
I like that. The
Okay.
2D version.
Yeah, with 2D version looks more like AWS icon rather than 3D one, right?
Yeah.
3D one looks like a game or whatever.
That's
Cool.
true.
Thank you.
And also the right model.
Ah, yeah, for developers.
Lots of developers like that model.
Yeah, I know. I think this is the most welcome feature during this hour.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
So,
Any other question? All right, if we don't, I want to take like a 2-minute break. And please coming back by 8:15. Thank you.
All right.
ちょっとまだ Azure の方がちょっと不安定なんですけど、安定したら
This looks like it's a great application if you're doing something very difficult. I've never done it.
はい、ようやく入ってきてるんですけど、
Or to change it quickly when your boss says.
We don't want to spend.
Right. But for the special projects that I worked on, nothing has required something that difficult. I mean, it's a great tool. Have you worked on any really big projects like that?
Maybe now it's just part of it. Tiny part of it.
We'll watch on the Discord server, right?
Thank you. Right. Thank you.
I didn't realize that.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Well,